China's economy continues to decline. A few days ago, a saying circulating online went like this: 2025 will be the most difficult year. One Chinese blogger posted a video saying that 2025 will be the most challenging year for China's physical and manufacturing factories. The new year has just begun, and I have a strong feeling that this year might be more difficult than 2024, especially for physical and manufacturing factories. Many companies may not be able to pay wages this year, and I predict that such a situation will break out on a large scale in the middle of the year, which is in June this year. Why? Because of the market deflation. The price war has now reached its limit now. I found on Douyin that the prices of some daily necessities are so low that you can't imagine. I learned from a friend who specializes in buying clearance items that their industry has been extremely busy recently. That is to say, it is extremely busy since last year. Many companies are already selling off their inventory and production equipment at massive discounts, and they're simply too busy to collect all the inventory. In this situation, I think this year should be a deflation peak period, so everyone should be prepared for a severe winter. Alas, at the beginning of 2025, the factories in Guangdong province are as miserable as in a drama series. Even soap operas dare not write a plot like this. As a sophisticated guy who has been in the manufacturing industry for over 10 years, let me describe it. In this first scene, the disappearing speed of the orders and the running away speed of the clients are faster than the delivery guy. Those foreigners agreed to long-term strategic cooperation with our country last year, but at the beginning of this year, they didn't reply to our WeChat messages or answer our phone calls. Someone I know still received a large order, but the client demanded goods delivery to them first without deposit fees, and then the payment in 3 years of installments. This period is long enough for my grandson to be born. The factories are so difficult to run, and the boss couldn't help but get angry. It's not easy to be a boss nowadays. You guys just ask how much payment you want per day and demand a minimum guaranteed wage. But who can I ask for a minimum guarantee? Who can I ask for a guaranteed money? Can I ask you guys? Compared with the workers working in the factory, those who have not yet found a job in Guangdong, a province with many migrant workers, are more anxious. I brought bacon to feed myself when going to Guangdong, but I still can't find a job when eating it all. I'm in trouble. There is no place to find a job, no job everywhere. There is nothing to do. I have nothing to do. I haven't found a job since coming to Guangzhou, and my travel money is almost gone. Food and accommodation are also big problems. I can't bear it any longer. In 2025, do you want to be a cow or a horse? Now that the Chinese New Year is over, I have arrived in Guangzhou. Many people want to know whether it'll be easy to find a job in 2025. This morning, I will take you to the Guangzhou short-term worker market to take a look. People here are all looking for jobs, but I don't see any factories recruiting. Seeing this scene, I guess most people are panicking. Employment difficulty is a problem faced by all social classes in China. Not only do migrant workers have difficulty finding jobs, but college students also have difficulty finding jobs or have to accept low wages. I wouldn't recommend fresh graduates to come to Chengdu to look for jobs because I am also a fresh graduate. I have been looking for a job in Chengdu City for 2 days, and the salary is very low, extremely low. The basic salary of $372 per month is considered to be the highest basic salaries among the jobs I have searched. There is also a monthly basic salary of $276, which is really outrageous. Let's just say the salary was just over $400, but the boss still fired people. It's uncomfortable, really sad. In a high-consumption city like Shenzhen, a first-tier city, the monthly salary is only $524, and this kind of security job is something that everyone is scrambling to apply for. 4 security guys will be recruited, and the room is crowded with interviewers. I just came down from the Kurlu building in Nanshan, Shenzhen. I finally passed the interview. The monthly salary is $524. There were many people who didn't get a chance to interview. Probably the interviewer thought that I was handsome, so I passed the interview. The manager's request is confusing. He needs our physical examination reports, but we should get one at a hospital he designated. Because I just had a physical examination, and this is the report from the Shajing Integrated Traditional Chinese and Western Medicine Hospital. I was cheated last time. Those people asked me to go to Shaojing Hospital for a physical examination, but they didn't want me after the examination. It cost me $28. Then I applied for the security job here. The manager told me a report from a designated hospital is needed. Should I go for another physical examination? Is this a scam? Now I'm scared. $28 might mean nothing for some people. It's not a big deal for the company who are recruiting. But for us, the interviewees, the applicants, how much can we earn? For me, losing another $28 is life-threatening. Driving an online ride-hailing car in Beijing also faces the situation of high costs and low income. I was shocked by the car rental fee when I chatted with the driver. The rental price of this car is about $700 per month. I asked why he didn't buy a car himself because the rental money was enough to buy a new car. The driver told me that the private cars could not apply for operating qualifications. If caught, the fine would be $280 to $2,800. Later, when I was about to arrive at the company, he told me that not only the car rental company was like this, but even the online booking platforms were also quite exploitive. Both run the business with the same logic. He showed me the fare, and then I suddenly realized that the fare I paid was $4.60. The driver only received $3.30. With such a sharing ratio, how's it possible for middle-aged people to live a decent life? Those who can't find work have to sleep on the streets. People sleeping outdoors in Sanya. In the worsening economy, the owner of the physical store finally couldn't hold it anymore and had a mental breakdown. I had been running a pharmacy for 8 years and finally became bald. In 2024, many of my colleagues in the same industry went bankrupt, and I also closed 2 pharmacies myself. Now, I only have 2 stores left. I don't know if I can survive 2025. Because of the pressure from family life and work, almost all my hair has fallen out. My diet and work schedules are disordered. Because of work pressure, pimples appear. Rural breeders also have a lot of grievances. The breeders have suffered heavy losses. It's so hard for ordinary people this year. Pigs, cattle, and sheep are not valuable, and farming is not worth much either. Wheat is 18 cents per pound, which is cheaper than last year. Even a bottle of water sells for 28 cents, and this is wheat that is planted in the fall and harvested in the summer, a full 8 months of hard work. Middle-aged people are considered the backbone of employees in many countries because of their experience. However, in China, this age is a disadvantage. The following is a voice of a middle-aged Chinese man. The situation in all walks of life is bad right now, very bad. If you still have a stable job that pays $413 to $690 a month, then you should work hard and keep your job first. Because now, all industries are in a state of extreme recession. It's terrible. Of course, the most terrifying thing is that tens of thousands of college students are about to graduate. Once they graduate, they will integrate into various industries in this society. This will be a fatal blow to middle-aged people because when a young person goes out of the college, no matter how much he can be paid, he must first find a job. His physical fitness and ability to accept new things are definitely faster than those of middle-aged people. Oh, what should I do? Go to drive for Didi? I'm 50 years old. Oh, it's very difficult, very difficult, very difficult. Chinese bosses who have worked hard in the business world for many years are usually very resilient. However, the current economic situation makes them feel unprecedentedly helpless. I think the wholesale market in Shilai City can't hold on any longer. I stayed here all day today, and to be honest, there was basically few customers all day. There are more store owners inside than customers. Is this the so-called downgrade in consumption? I would say it's no consumption at all. At this time, everyone is holding their pockets tightly. To be honest, doing business is becoming more and more difficult day by day. If this continues, I think many stores will close down soon. I am doing loan business in Shijiazhuang and have come into contact with many bosses. One of them left a particularly deep impression on me. He was a wholesaler in this market. He used to have 8 stores and was very successful. But now his business has closed for a long time. He said that Shijiazhuang was a city that broke his heart and he never wanted to return. In this once prosperous Shuhui district in Shanghai, many shops have closed. It's just a very short street. The 15th day of the first lunar month has already passed, and 15 stores are still closed. I'm going to buy a roast duck here later. This store has not changed over the years. Look, this street in Shuhui district is less than 100 meters, but 15 stores are closed. Is it scary?
太不可思议了。
This is unbelievable. I opened the door at around 7 in the morning. Now it's past 11 at noon, and I have not gotten one deal done yet. There's no customer in the store. My God, it's still the first month of the year. The Chinese New Year has just passed, and there is no one here. How can this physical store do business? My God, there was a saying, no matter how good the business is, it won't work without customers. Really? No matter how good the product is, if no one comes into the store, who will you sell it to? The 15th day after the Chinese New Year is another traditional Chinese festival, the Lantern Festival. Under the continuous impact of the economic winter, many people are no longer in the mood to celebrate the Lantern Festival. The past few days after the Chinese New Year have been very abnormal, including yesterday's Lantern Festival. Our stores, whether they are restaurants, bars, seal engravers, or engineering companies, all industries seem to be quieter than before. We had prepared a lot of lantern riddles, gift giving, rice dumpling giving, raffles, and many other activities at our bar, but no one came. It's really colder than the coldest days of last winter. I have never felt this way. The economic depression has hit all industries in China. The CCP is incapable of solving such complex economic problems with chain reactions. For example, when college students are downgraded to cheap labor, the job market for middle-aged people is impacted, and the real estate market behind the families of middle ages becomes even more vulnerable. What the CCP cares about is the so-called maintaining stability, that is, by using urban management personnel, police, the army, and other state machinery to maintain stability. The question is, how long can this stability last? That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.